On this edition of Furman Soccer Today, we'll discuss with Coach Allison about the Paladins' #2 ranked recruiting class. We'll also discuss how the Paladins are preparing for the upcoming spring season. And we'll follow the Furman coaching staff as they jump across the pond to do professional development in England. Physical conditioning has always played a vital role in the success of the program. Furman alum Vaughn Bethel, who is the owner of Performance QSA, a human performance institute, comes out every week to help the players with speed, agility, and strength.
I'm a former Furman soccer player myself, and played here between '98 and 2001, and now I own a fitness facility or a human performance institute, and we do performance training for athletes. So whether that's a high school, college, or professional athlete, we help them become a better overall athlete so their coaches have better athletes to work with. So we work on speed, explosiveness, balance, agility, basically all the things that they do when they don't have the ball at their feet, and then the things that they do when they do have the ball at their feet. So we help improve that, and so that's our specialty, and that's really my contribution back to the program.
The Paladin coaching staff crossed the Atlantic for a week of professional development in England. They had a chance to learn some tricks of the trade from some of the brightest football minds in the world. I interviewed head coach Doug Allison about this valuable experience.
It was an educational trip for the staff. We went to the FA's new home facility, which is St. George's Park in Birmingham. And a good friend of mine, Tony McCallum, actually invited us over there, and it was like the perfect storm. While we were staying there, we could watch the U19s, U21s, and the full national team, the England team, train, but also stayed in the same areas with them and got to mingle with them, and actually at one of their award shows with Sir Bobby Charlton and people like him. But also England were preparing for the Brazil match, which was the 150th anniversary of football in England. So we got to tour the facility, and they showed us where the goals are for the FA, where their training regimes are, also the fitness and the rehab aspect of what they do over there. And it's I believe a $120 million or £1 million facility, which was fantastic. And England has never really had a central organisation to take it from baby steps all the way up through the full national team. Well, now they do, and they realise that they're getting behind some of the other football nations in the world. Well, they're to catch up, and through facilities and equipment like this, and everyone in the FA coaching the same way and having the same philosophy, I think they're really making big strides towards getting to the top in the world again. And Tony McCallum was a fantastic host, very hospitable. We had access to everywhere, but just being around those players at that time, and then getting to watch England play Brazil at Wembley and see what they're trying to implement actually in the real game, and then beat Brazil, was very, very special. And obviously we went to see several Premier League games as well, and getting to see Clint Dempsey play for Tottenham twice, being one of our alumni, was pretty special too. So it's an education over there. I took a couple of our alumni as well, Vaughn Bethel and Clint Hill, who have been tremendous in our program, and not only are they great proponents of our program, but they played here and they believe in it, and they're going out in their areas of the community or at Furman or their worlds, really representing our badge in an amazing way. So to have them over there for their first time in England too, my home country, was really good to see their eyes get opened up a little bit too.
Recruiting is vital to the success of a Division I men's soccer program. I asked Coach Allison about this year's recruits and how they're going to affect the Paladins for years to come.
Evan is a forward/attacking midfielder from North Carolina, and he played for one of our old players, John Bradford, in the Academy League, and actually last year scored a lot of goals in the U16 Academy, and is starting to play really well again after an injury this year, with Rusty Scarborough this year now. So, but he's a very talented, close ball control, but a definite finisher for us. So hopefully be bringing some goals. Bobby Ida is an out-and-out forward. I've watched him for about 2 or 3 years now, and he's played as a winger before. I saw him first playing as a winger down in Texas, but then more recently with SC Dallas, he's played purely as an out-and-out striker, It's got good speed, good finishing, and it's definitely someone who's going to be challenging for a role up front next year. Trevor Habercorn is a very accomplished defender from Solar with Coach Kevin Smith, and another line of Solar boys that are coming to our program, following the line of many Solar kids from Kevin Smith in the past. And he's with the U18 national team as a centre back, and he's actually just got called up to the U20 national team. Very smooth on the ball, very good open tackles, good communicator, tough defender, and it's someone that we'll really look forward to having in the back next year. But very well decorated, but is one that was one of the first ones we got in our class, and was the catalyst of our class. Joseph Malone is a goalkeeper from Canada, although he goes to Shattuck St. Mary's in Minnesota, and we've had a few kids from Shattuck St. Mary's before too. But he's a goalkeeper who's a very tough kid, comes very well recommended from the Shattuck guys. Welford is from Tennessee, Grant Allard's home state, and got to really see Welford last year on a region trip to Guadalajara in Mexico when he was playing for the region team, and got good speed, good covering defender, and someone that's a very, very good student as well. Marco is teammates with Bobby Eda. He plays in the midfield for FC Dallas, and one of the top 50 recruits, as well as Trevor and Bobby from Top Drawer Soccer. Very good on the ball, good close control, someone who links very well and is very creative mind, and a good player. Eli Pinner is, again, we like to go back to the wells that have fed us pretty well. Nuno Patera's been fantastic for our program, and from GSA. And we've had obviously Walker, who just got drafted in the MLS, and Tyler Peoples is still here with us as a sophomore. Eli's a left winger, great left foot, someone who's got good skill, good close control, and someone that we look forward to getting good crosses in and providing a lot of assists for our team in the future. Dylan Rowe is another Texas boy. Coach Esquivel came highly recommended from him, and he's in the line of the first recruit I've ever had here, Stephen Rodriguez, whose national team shirt's still there, from New Braunfels High School. Left back, and who can also play left wing. He's getting better and better. Every time we watch him, he's getting better and better. And someone that Coach Esquivel was very, very high on when he went to see him again last spring.
Is this one of the best recruiting classes that you've ever had here?
It's definitely up there. We've had several really good recruiting classes. A lot to be determined. On paper, they look really, really good, and hopefully in a Furman uniform they'll look even better. But they are now going to be playing against and competing against players that are 4 years older than them. So who can make the transition the quickest is going to see it. But on paper, it is a very good class, and it's something that we've worked really hard on. Coach Delphorn, Coach Esquivel, and myself have worked really, really hard on the road to get these kids. And it's not just it doesn't just happen in a week. It's been a couple of years getting these kids. But good kids want to follow good kids, and good players want to follow good players. So getting these good student athletes together, there was a lot of criteria we followed. They were a good Furman fit. They're going to be good students. They're going to be good in the community. They're going to be good in Greenville. And they're going to be great representatives of our badge. So from many aspects, I think these 8, and there could be a couple more as well coming in the future, but for these 8 for now, I think they're going to be, people are going to be excited to watch these kids play.
More exclusive content regarding one of the nation's most successful programs.